There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Funny how? I mean, what's funny about it?
Yeah, Tommy, no, you got to hold on.
Please! No! I didn't do it by myself. Whitney and Bobby, help me. Please, help me!
Coming up, man. Y'all can hover over the roof. Y'all don't even have to stop, man. Y'all can drop me off. I can be out here, man. Y'all, cause I know y'all probably got shit.
What's going on? What's going on, man? We back in the low-key cave. What's going on YouTube? We on Twitch, and we in my Facebook group. And we are back with another top 5. And we are doing my top 5 revenge movies. For me, I get this as far as the way I pick my list. And this list is not in order or anything like that. It's just the top 5 as far as the revenge movies that made me like just go for these characters, or made me cheer for these characters, or even made me feel like it was justified by some of the things they doing or some of the actions they was taking to get the justice that they was looking for. The main thing though about these main movies that I picked, or even as far as the characters that I chose, as far as for the movies that I picked, as far as my top 5 revenge movies, the movies where you wanted the main character, main anti-hero, or protagonist to have victory over whoever did them wrong or hurt their family for any reason. These movies had reasons and motives for their revenge. It wasn't just like random stuff. They wasn't going out here like the Punisher or whatnot. Punisher had his reasons for doing what he did, but after he had got revenge on the main people who had did what they did to his family, he was still going after people or whatnot. So, and I get what he was doing or whatnot, but I'm saying, as far as the movies that I picked or whatnot, these are about people who, you know what I'm saying, they didn't just get up and wanted to go hurt or kill somebody. It was real meaning by what they was doing. It was real meaning by the feelings and emotions they was going through. It has to be something drastic or something very emotional that happens to a main character just for us as an audience to get that emotional ties to them, so we can be on that ride with them. Like, yo, yeah, I'm ready to get it back like you. I'm ready to get some get back like you. So I'm definitely ready to dive into my number 1. Once again, shout out to anybody that's joining me on the live. If you're joining me on YouTube, definitely leave a comment. Definitely hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, definitely subscribe to the page. There's way more content on here. If you watch me on Twitch and you're not following me, definitely follow me and leave a comment. If you watch me on the Facebook group, definitely leave a comment. Once again, shout out to anybody checking me out on the live. This is my top 5 revenge movies. Let's start off with number 1, which is, for me, A Time to Kill. Like, this movie right here, man, and I was very, very young when this first came out or whatnot, and I think I remember my mom and them even going to see this movie or whatnot, but when I did get a chance to see it, seeing what happens, understanding that emotion pouring over you right from the get-go, and we haven't even got to Samuel Jackson's character yet, but we getting this whole emotion just driving through us as soon as we see what happens at the very beginning. And I'm not even going into details because if I'm not mistaken, The Time to Kill came out around 1997, 1998. Either way, it came out in the 90s. So you definitely, if you ain't seen this, you should check it out. It's hard. It's a hard watch, especially the beginning. It's definitely a hard watch, but you definitely should check it out. But it's not only that, man. Like I said, from the get-go, we already with Samuel Jackson. We ain't thinking about if we thinking about when he gonna do what he gonna do. Like, and that's why I put that main scene on here in particular. But yes, and like I said, even when I first seen this, I wasn't even a father at the time, but it didn't matter. I'm riding with all the emotions that Samuel Jackson characters got. And not only just him, it's the community around him, as far as everybody, as far as the black people and everything that's going on, because it's not just the fact that we dealing with what just happened to Samuel Jackson's daughter. It's the fact that they living in this racist town or whatnot. And you know, this is Mississippi, if I'm not mistaken. And you got a lot going on as far as the justice system, court system or whatnot. And just him even coming to terms with knowing what he's about to do. Shout out to Matthew McConaughey, Sandra Bullock. This got a very, very good, phenomenal cast as far as The Time to Kill. But as far as my top 5 revenge movies, this definitely was number 1 to me because, like I said, I'm a father now. And what? Come on, man. Like, I'm not sitting here telling you what's going to happen or what's going to go on because I ain't even trying to picture nothing like that. What I am saying is, as far as watching this from an audience point of view and just looking from a standpoint of what Samuel L. Jackson was going through emotionally, and that scene where he coming out carrying his baby in his arms to the police car or whatnot, and everybody looking at him like, oh, that's it. Like, let's go. Let's ride. That's it. Ain't nothing else to talk about. And definitely that's how I felt about that. I don't know who this is. I was looking at the comments, but I think that's maybe a bot or something. But anyway, definitely had to put number 1 as far as A Time to Kill, as far as my top 5 revenge movies. Like I said, if you haven't seen it, it is a hard watch, but it's definitely one of them good ones. And another thing I really enjoy about this one is the way Samuel L. Jackson is able to maneuver when he gets locked up, and the way he's able to, he's schooling Matthew McConaughey's character, and at the same time, it's like he telling him what he needs to do to get him off. And I get it because that's the face he had to have as his defense. Because if he went and got a black lawyer and this and the third, he already knew what was coming. And even when he went and tried to, even when he had those black lawyers that came, you know, as far as the people that the church had brought in or whatnot, that they was basically trying to look for a plea deal, trying to get the man like just out of here, gone, locked up for life or whatnot, without going as far as the death penalty or whatnot. So as far as The Time to Kill, it's not one of the ones, as far as, you know, you have these revenge movies, as far as these big action movies, it's one of those dramas. It's one of those ones that's a very, very emotional revenge movie. So I definitely had to put it at my number 1, especially being at a young age watching this and now being a father. And this is not one of the ones that I go back and watch like that over and over. I probably don't watch this at the most, maybe 5 times in a lifetime. And since I done been on this earth, I'm just telling you, since I first watched it, it's probably been 5 times. But I had to put this one on here because it's one of the ones that you probably not going to put on repeat, but it's one of the ones that's going to stay with you for a very long time. So anytime somebody mentions Samuel L. Jackson's name, of course, this is going to be one of the movies that they mention as far as A Time to Kill. So as far as my top 5 revenge movies, number 1 is definitely A Time to Kill. Going into my number 2, I had to put Sicario on here. I was not one of those people who knew too much about Denis Villeneuve, and I'm hoping I'm saying his name right as far as the director. And I had seen Tyler Shredden in TV shows. He had played in Sons of Anarchy, but I didn't know he was a movie writer or director or things like that. And Tyler Shredden was the one who wrote this movie as far as what's going on, Easy Red? What's going on, bro? I don't know how you feeling. Like I said, I would have told you to join the stream if you wanted to, but I didn't know how you was feeling. Like I said, I just want to make sure you good and you straight. And I know you're doing your gaming thing. And before I continue, if y'all watching me on the stream, any of my subscribers or whatnot, y'all definitely go over there and check out Easy Red Gaming. He definitely got some good content going on over there. I think he just did, he was doing 2K. And I forgot the one you just did, bro. I was just watching it too, because I'll be watching you at work sometimes. But yeah, if you're watching the stream, definitely go over there and check out Easy Red Gaming and check out his YouTube channel. And he got a channel on Twitch. Go over there and check him out, Easy Red. But as far as that's what's up, bro. I'm glad you're doing a lot better, bro. Shout out to Easy Red. But as far as my top 5 revenge movies, like I said, coming in at number 2 is definitely got to be Sicario. Sicario is one of the ones that was a sleeper for me. I didn't really pay no mind to it when it was first coming out as far as theaters. And when it came out, I probably got really, really late on to it when it first came out on like DVD or whatnot. So when I did finally get a chance to check it out, and I don't even know what made me get it. I don't know, man. I think I was just into that mode of just these certain movies that looked like they had something going on with cartels or whatnot. But jumping into this, man, this whole situation going on as far as, I didn't even know this was a revenge movie. I'm thinking this was a whole thing about them trying to bust a cartel or whatnot. But you had this whole thing going on with Benicio del Toro's character, Alejandro. And it's like I'm trying to explain this without just diving deep into the whole movie, because this ain't no movie review. I already did a review on this, but you have Benicio del Toro's character Alejandro, who pretty much is brought in to aid this other agency as far as the CEA, as far as them going after another cartel. And they basically you're going into this movie just watching Emily Blunt basically follow these other individuals as far as the CIA, and that's Josh Brolin's character or whatnot, Matt. And she's basically confused the whole movie or whatnot. And we as an audience is somewhat confused if it's your first time watching the movie as far as Sicario, because we don't even know what's really going on with Alejandro as far as Benicio del Toro's character. So past all of that, and you get to certain scenes, and finally we end up understanding what's going on as far as Benicio del Toro's character once Matt explains it to Emily Blunt's character, pretty much explaining to him what happened to Benicio del Toro's family. So basically, as far as the cartel and the main cartel that they are going after in this movie, as far as Sicario, this same cartel killed Benicio del Toro's family, as far as Alejandro's family. And they go into details about what they did to his family, talking about the point where they did certain things to his daughter as far as chopping off her head, and whatever they did to his wife as far as the dumping them in barrels or whatnot. And I'm explaining this to you because this is what I'm saying as far as getting that emotional tie to these characters, because I'm enjoying the movie just watching it, and I'm enjoying this mystery behind Alejandro and not knowing what's really going on with him and what his whole motive is, because he ain't CIA, he ain't no government informant or nothing like that. And then when you finally understand who he is and what his whole motive is, you get it. So definitely number 2 has to be Sicario. If you have not checked out Sicario, you definitely missing out. You definitely need to check it out. So number 2, as far as my top 5 revenge movies, is Sicario.
In front of my boys. Ahora vas a conocer a Dios.
That scene, man, and that's where, I mean, as far as being on the side of a guy that's doing what he just did, he killed that man's family. And like I said, I just told you, and that's why I went into details about everything that happened to Benicio del Toro's character, Alejandro's family, and what the cartel did to his family, and seeing what his motives were, and why, after you heard the details, the grisly details of everything that happened, why we were sitting here like, okay, let's go do this. I'm with you, Benicio del Toro, Alejandro. Let's go. And when you see that scene, I was sitting there just in shock and awe, like not expecting what was to come, because I didn't know exactly what he was going to do at that moment in time. And then seeing what he did, like, and you were sitting there like you wasn't feeling bad. And that's the thing. As an audience member, it's like you checking your own conscience, like, am I need to check my own self? Do I need to look in the mirror, look at my own self as far as an individual? Because you like, damn, what would you do in that situation? If you had this person or these individuals do what they did to his family, do to your family or whatnot. And I'm not saying that as far as real life situations or whatnot, but I'm just saying as an audience member and watching these type of movies, as far as these movies, revenge movies, we ride with this character or you not ride with him. That's all I'm saying. But definitely Sicario is definitely number 2 as far as top 5 revenge movies. Like I said, what I'm basing these movies on, as far as my list, is like I said, the emotional ties and the reasons behind their motives or whatnot. It's just not randomly doing what they doing. They have reasonings. They have motives. The people who did what they did to them, they've been on this mission and on this hunt for a minute. So that's one of the main reasons, like I said, I got this list that I got. So as far as my number 2, Sicario. Coming in as far as my number 3, as far as my top 5 revenge movies, of course I got to throw in here John Wick, man. I'm personally ain't never, well, younger I had a dog or whatnot, but that don't even matter. When you sit here watching this guy, you know, I mean, we don't got the full-on history, especially when we watching the movie first off, as far as Keanu Reeves' character, John Wick or whatnot. But just watching him and you seeing how this guy's calm and collective, he ain't bothering nobody, he doing what he been doing or whatnot. And then you see these goddamn group of goofballs, this one in particular, who taking notice to his car or whatnot, and just running his mouth or whatnot, pretty much just talking about, I like your whip, I want to drive your car or whatnot, or how much is for your car or whatnot. And you pretty much got Keanu Reeves' character, John Wick, telling him, like, bro, my car ain't for sale. He trying to, like, just leave it alone, going about his business. Then, like I said, I ain't the person that got a dog recently. I ain't had no dog in a long time. I had a dog when I was younger. But watching this movie, you watching this, like I said, this calm and collective guy, having these good moments with his dog, and you seen where his wife obviously has passed away. He having these little emotional moments where he breaking down crying and whatnot, and then you had these guys break in and pretty much kill his dog. And I don't mean just kill his dog, brutally with a baseball bat, beat his dog, and then beat him and steal his car. Shout out Nadia for coming through. Like I said, I was getting my little breakthrough as far as my number 3, as far as my top 5 revenge movies. Appreciate you coming through. What's going on?
What's up, man? My kids was asking for a bunch of stuff. That's why I waiting on at 5. What have you already went through?
I got number 1 as far as A Time to Kill. Number 2, which is Sicario. You ain't never seen Sicario, right?
Mm-mm.
And like I said, I'm on number 3 right now. As far as John Wick. You seen John Wick, haven't you? You ain't seen John Wick, the first one? Oh, man.
Nah, I've heard it's good. I'm just not a big action type of girl. You know, I mean, I watch it, but like most of the time when I'm watching an action movie, it's because somebody else want to watch it.
Well, that's what I was saying as far as why I had this list on here. And like in particular, number 1, which what I chose as far as A Time to Kill. A Time to Kill ain't like some big action flick or whatnot, but it got those emotional ties. And it's got that like that fire when you see what happens at the beginning. Like I said, it is a hard watch if you ain't seen A Time to Kill. And I'm thinking everybody done pretty much seen A Time to Kill. I mean, we got these memorable scenes in A Time to Kill. Like, yes, I hope they die and I hope they burn in hell. Then you got my man who we shot in the leg. Set him free. Set him loose. Like, you got all these type of scenes in this movie, like I said. And once again, shout out to that cast. But like I said, that ain't like no action revenge movie. You just got that one scene in particular where we looking at Samuel L. Jackson, and I'm going to go right quick back to that scene. Like I said,
that's how it's supposed to be.
What?
That's how it's supposed to be. No questions asked. No questions asked. That's how it's supposed to be.
Oh, what's this? I'm gonna take all these off. But I wasn't even a father at that time, and the first time just getting a viewing of that and seeing what happens. Like I said, even if I ain't a father, I got a sister. I had a sister at that time, and like I said, I got a mom and whatnot. I got cousins of blah blah, blah all around, etc. And seeing what happens in that scene and watching, like I said, Samuel L. Jackson carrying his baby out there and whatnot. Let's go. We already ready to ride. And you just watching that scene and looking at Samuel L. Jackson's eyes and watching him. He ain't black out. No, he ain't black out. He knew exactly what time it was. And that's where we all was at that moment.
Boom.
And like I said, this ain't one of the ones I done gave multiple viewings to. I don't probably watch it maybe 5 to 4 times.
I only watched it once, and that was enough.
Yeah. And like I said, even maybe the times that I've had to watch it, other people probably done been watching, and I just done been around or something. But I have recently went back and watched it. It was something like, let me check this out. And just sitting there starting to get into it and watching it. Like I said, it's a good cast. Matthew McConaughey, Sandra Bullock, and a phenomenal performance from Samuel L. Jackson. And like I said, him coaching Matthew McConaughey through everything, and him having to have that white face to defend him, and him telling him, don't tell him, it's as far as him telling him, well, tell him it's a white girl, as far as his daughter. Picture them as a white girl. Oh.
Oh, it's funny how shit changed when they started to hit home.
It's because, everybody in that scene, that's the last scene in the courthouse. Everybody got their eyes closed or whatnot. And Matthew McConaughey say, now picture if she was white. And everybody just open their eyes like.
Mm-hmm.
And we all, just like everybody else, we was outside the courthouse too waiting. Like, man, they better let this nigga go. But like I said, I just had to go back right quick because Nadia came on here and joined me. But yeah, I'm going into my number 3, and I'm gonna give you a little info as far as John Wick. Like I said, this is a former hitman, but he's retired. His wife had recently died or whatnot, and she sent him a dog or whatnot. And I'm not going like into full detail. I ain't watched John Wick in a little minute. I know. Let me know if I'm wrong or whatnot. Y'all can let me know in the comment section. But as far as the dog go, I know she sent him the dog, but I don't know if she sent him the dog before or after. Well, she had to send him after she had passed away or whatnot. But long story short, these people basically take notice to his car one day when he out or whatnot, and they basically follow him back to his house, and they break in his house, they whoop his ass, they kill his dog brutally, may I say, like I said, with a baseball bat, and they basically leave him. I don't even want to say they leave him for dead because they just beat him up and they steal his car. Little do they know who he is. And the guy who whooped his ass, his father used to hire this man as far as John Wick. And
What kind of car was it for them to be that damn interested in the
it was an
car? Like,
old school Ford. Old school Ford. So
I bet you they
before
didn't
I
think that
continue
life was
on,
worth that Ford afterwards.
yeah, that's basically on. And it's a scene in particular in John Wick where he got an open shot to kill a main dude who basically did what he did as far as the main one he after. And it's almost like he take that shot away and start killing everybody else because he want that chase. Like he want him to keep running, almost like in a suffering effect. Like what I'm gonna do? This guy's still after me, basically giving him no comfort zone at all. And basically, like, so because
Torture.
yeah,
That's psychological torture at that point.
basically.
When you always
But
got to look over your shoulder and you know this dude coming to get you.
and I know you got a cat, so you an animal. You got a love for animals or whatnot, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, my cat. When it comes to animals, you have to let them know what the hierarchy is because if you don't, they try to take rank because it's like most animals, especially like cats and dogs, they have this pack mentality. So if you don't, I'm dead ass serious because I've sat and watched my cat like try to fuck with the kids, and I'm like, bruh, they are above you. So I had to let
I
him
was
know,
laughing because
no,
I'm like,
don't be trying to
I'm about
pull
to turn
rank.
this into a top 5 revenge animal movies or something. The
And
way you went into the detail about the cat, I'm like, see, that's why I ain't got no cat. But I think you were saying animals in just in particular, because I remember certain people talking about like pit bulls like that. Like you gotta train them a certain way or whatnot. So you had the instances where they be growling in certain places or
oh
whatnot. Yeah.
yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah.
especially
My
not
my
around my
sister
kids or
had
whatnot.
my sister had a pit, and he was protective over her son. And um our other sister that came over and she was playing rough with our nephew, just like shaking him and tickling him. And the dog started growling like, "You better leave my
Yeah,
human
see,
alone."
but I did have a dog. Well, not in particular. My family had a dog. My wife had a dog in particular, and it was a smaller dog. It wasn't like one of those dogs that'll get big or whatnot. And I love this dog. I did. I used to get up and walk this dog out like I got up and checked on a baby every morning or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But
hmm
this movie though, that's why I go into detail as far as the emotional ties. Like, say what you want to say. This ain't no person that died, but this still feel like it was a family member that died. And
You
when
don't
he
fuck with
started,
white people dogs.
yeah, I mean,
That is their family. I'm trying. White people and their dogs is on a whole different level. Black people still be like, it's a dog, and we have an emotional connection, but it's an animal. Like that's what I mean with my cat. You an animal. You not about to pull rank and think you a human.
see,
Because if you let animals do that shit, they get into that mindset like, bro, what the fuck you talking about?
nah.
I'm
I don't
family.
have time and the patience for that. That's why I'm gonna get. If we do ever get back a dog again, we getting that small one. It's gonna stay small. But as far as this movie goes, like I said, it ain't even just with him and his dog. It's the fact that his wife, who has passed away, gave him this dog. So it's even more emotional ties now because not only did you kill a dog that I was actually getting to know and getting to some type of emotional, you know what I'm saying, letting him sleep on my bed with me, let him walk in the dog or whatnot. And after I done came off this long, like, I ain't gonna say, well, yeah, I'm gonna say this depressing run as far as after his wife died, he pretty much done been to himself alone or whatnot. But now this dog done
hmm
pretty much brought a little bit of life to him. But now you done killed that, and you done pretty much took the last little bit of life I done had left. I'm on y'all last. And little do they know, this man is a top-notch hitter. A top-notch hitter. He one of the ones, they call him the boogeyman. So just to give you a little bit of glance, since you haven't seen it, I'm gonna play just one little scene.
Baba Yaga.
Man, it's
Headshots.
uh, I mean, at least it's more realistic than shoot 'em up.
What's going on, bro? Oh yeah, definitely. Because like I said, man, it's just like I said, you got somebody who was pretty much a loner after they done had everything that happened to him as far as, you know, they a hitman. He done his thing. He done been doing what he was doing. He know he gonna have to deal with the consequences that either comes, like I said, whether it's the Reaper or whether it's people that's coming after him, whether he done something. But he been chilling. He ain't been bothering nobody. So then you come in and kill his dog that he just got from his wife who done passed away. He on demon time. Headshots. Everybody got to go. So that's definitely ones I feel like you should check out, though. It ain't even a long movie. It's probably like 80 minutes at the most. It gets straight to the point. And you with him as soon as he started to do what he doing.
Yeah, I can't stand movies that it takes so long to get to the action. It's like, what?
It depends. If we got a
Now, I
lead
mean,
up to
if you
something.
setting up character development and
Yeah.
shit like that, no, I could tell you a horrible movie that I tried to watch it like 3 times and couldn't get through like the first 30
Something else.
minutes. Vice City with Jamie Foxx.
Vice. No, it's Miami Vice.
Miami Vice. I'm thinking of. I always be on some daggone Grand Theft Auto, cause like that's what I was expecting was like some like action adventure, and I was like I could not get past the first 30 minutes. I was just like, bruh, what is this? And I'm like, Jamie Foxx is a good actor. Why? Like it was just.
Nate, which one you talking about, bro? Like, yeah, I was trying to get rid of I don't know. But yeah, man, I actually like Miami Vice because that's what Colin Farrell too, right? Yeah, I like that. I do. I like the action scenes in particular though, because I'm a fan of Michael Mann.
It took too long to get to the action, and I couldn't. Like every time I watched it,
even at the beginning, well, they got
was
that
not enough. No,
I mean it's based off a show, and I don't know if I ain't never even watched Miami Vice. I've
never watched the show.
And I've seen little glimpses here and there, and I know it's supposed to be all flashy Miami and stuff and whatnot. You see, they was driving their Ferraris, they boats and planes. That's what it was supposed to be. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
And I could not. I could.
What about Old Girl? You ain't like Old Girl in it, or you ain't get that far?
Like I said, it's the first 30 minutes.
Girlfriend, the one that was playing his girlfriend in it.
Yeah, she got introduced at the beginning, but like I guess like I didn't get deep into the character development to even care about these people. I don't know.
I ain't gonna put that on as far as a revenge movie, but I like that. It's a good little action movie, man. I like that. It ain't one of the best ones, but I do. I like that. I watched it recently on Tubi. All right, going into my number 4 as far as top 5 revenge movies. I know you done seen this one. Kill Bill 1 and 2. The scene I got in particular is probably from Kill Bill 1, but like I said, I count this as one movie. I think even Quentin Tarantino has said he would count this as just one movie altogether. So how do you feel about this as far as she ain't even got a name, right? She just called The Bribe or Black Mamba.
I don't know what I guess so.
As far as
I was forced to watch this movie because I was sick. And
it might be me. It might be me. My bad.
But yeah, I was forced to watch this movie because I was sick. And my now husband, he was my boyfriend at the time. He was like, "We watching this," and I was like, "Why?" And then I was like, "Oh man, this is it's the fight scenes. It's the fight scenes."
You're talking about the first one, right?
Hell yeah.
You don't see both of them though, right?
Yeah, because it was on TV, but it was like both movies, and it was on like FX
Probably
or some
TNT.
shit like that, so they wasn't cutting out too much crazy. You know, like when it be on certain channels, they cut out the good shit. So.
Oh yeah. How you feel about the story though, as far as her revenge story, as far as her
good,
get
great.
back?
Yes. I mean, that was the driving force of it, and then like the characters you met along, and then like I like the world building. It just drew you in. It was just like, oh man, like what's gonna happen? Is she gonna get this? Is she gonna do this? And like
I actually enjoy Vivica A. Fox and Lucy Liu's characters as far as I ain't gonna say backstories. I guess it would be Vivica A. Fox and her daughter. I didn't want her to go after like that, like in front of her daughter. And as far as Lucy Liu, it was like what happened with her as a child or whatnot. I was like, oh, all right,
Yeah.
I kind of like get why the way she is or whatnot. But it's like she was pregnant and y'all shot her.
I mean,
And then
it's
lied to her about her child being alive and dead. And she thought her child was dead. So it's like,
yeah, it's a lot of character building. I mean, and not even like as far as like them changing. It's just like you learning about these characters, and you know, it just made you care more about the story.
I like her training. My man with the beard. I can't remember his name, but yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
for it to be so like kind of like cartoony and comic booky, you know what I mean? Like it was kind
It
of
was
like
like Quentin Tarantino's love letter to those old kung fu movies or whatnot.
yeah.
I would say as
I,
far as her on her path to revenge, starting off with as far as Vivica A. Fox, we didn't really get no story then. So I guess that's why I was like, nah, why you doing her like that in front of her daughter? But what I will say is it gave me something to look forward to. It saying I want a part 3. In particular, seeing
mm-hmm.
I was wondering if her daughter gonna ever come back.
I
Part 2 or whatnot. I was wondering if we were gonna get some type of like post credit scene or something with her going on or something. But
I keep hearing grumblings about that, and they keep saying they want Zendaya to play the daughter.
yeah, I can't remember too. Did we talk about that? I think we did one time, but I ain't got no actress in particular that I would want to play her daughter, so I wouldn't mind her. I probably say
I,
Zoe Kravitz. I would probably pick,
I mean, they both mixed girls, so I mean,
and they got her complexion in particular.
yeah.
What's that scene in particular? Well, I want to go to one of those scenes though, and this one of the scenes I was talking about as far as her and Vivica A. Fox.
Bitch. Very funny.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that they had a woman
It's just
as the
her and then she's
lead,
sitting there telling her like, look,
yeah, come back, come get me. When you grow up, come get me. But yeah, man, the fact that they had, you know, that this was like very like women fighting like this, like just being savage
yeah,
and like it and it not being like and like you know it ain't being cute. Like they was fighting, they was, you know.
I think they feel like that was one of the first action scenes we got with that type of fighting pertaining to like getting movies like a John Wick. Like I said, you ain't seen John Wick yet, but it got those type of fighting scenes in it, and even getting those type of did they do one takes? I feel like her and Vivica did a one take because I ain't look like they did like a cutaway or nothing. Look like they were just going straight forward when they did they scene, especially at the beginning.
Could be, could be. I have to like put my filmmaker hat on and watch it. Because that's something we actually had to do in film class was like dissect scenes of movies and what
I
type
have
of
to go
shot
check some in a
was
minute.
it and stuff like that. Boy, that ruined
Once
reality
again, shout out
TV.
to anybody that's checking me out. As far as the live go, it seems like I'm lagging a little bit. My stain keep going out, so let me check something right quick. But as far as Kill Bill 1 and 2, I'll say I enjoy Kill Bill 1 a little bit more, but as far as Kill Bill 2, I started to enjoy it a lot more, especially with her getting buried. That scene and her coming back. Oh my gosh, man. The scene with the old buddy who was spitting the shit in the cup. And she threw it in old girl face with the one eye. Yeah, that shit was that was it.
Yeah.
And what was this damn snake? What was it, a black mamba?
I believe so.
My man opening the briefcase, greedy ass, he started getting bit in the damn face. That was another good fighting scene though between her and the old girl with the eye. I like that scene. But that was Kill Bill 2, right?
uh, Don't get me
when he
wrong.
out there in
Cause
the
I
desert
watch
and
I
she
watched
jumping the
them
house.
I watched them back to back. So I like it just
I think
all
it was,
merges in one movie to me.
because I know she didn't kill old girl with the one eye in the first one, so that had to be Kill Bill too. Because she didn't even kill her; she just left in the house when she stabbed them both eyes. Basically left her there blind, and that's worse than death to me. Because she fumbling around in the middle of nowhere. Old buddy stayed in the middle of nowhere, and she just left her while a snake is crawling around.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever tried the 5-finger death chest thing that she did on Bill? I have.
No, I tried the
I was
whole
trying to see if that
busting
shit
out the
work.
coffin thing where she punched her way out the.
Oh, that,
I tried that shit.
whoa, that's it. This the the technique.
Yeah.
That's it like it hurt. That's it like it hurt. My man kept that damn hitting her ass with that switch on the back of her head. Just hit that shit. Nah, I ain't with it. I ain't with it. But definitely shout out to Kill Bill 1 and 2 as far as my number 4 top 5 revenge movies. I'm going into my number 5. Like I said, I got some things I'm gonna have to check on because I don't like that when we on here we doing that lagging. Got me wanting to just jump out. I ain't gonna jump off because we already done started or whatnot, and I'm been here already about 36 minutes. But yeah, I definitely see a little signal thing keep hopping up, and possibly what's going on. I might have some people use some extra Wi-Fi. Let me see right quick. Okay, as far as my top 5 revenge movies, number 5 for me is Man on Fire, starring Denzel Washington. Have you seen that one?
Yeah. This guy I used to date, he really liked Denzel movies, so we like watched all of them. I mean, all of them. So it
Hey,
up to a
ain't
point
nothing
in
wrong
his
with that.
career,
I
I
mean, pretty much
basically
more.
has. I mean, they good movies. To me, this definitely
That's
not
what I'm
my.
saying. More than none, Denzel Washington movies are all pretty much good.
Yeah, this wasn't my favorite. I didn't think it was that good. I can't even remember like why he was doing what he was doing or what. Like I just remember him and Dakota Fanning, like because that was like most
Like
of the damn movie was him and the little
so you
girl.
can't remember why he was like going after the people and whatnot. They off gate they kidnapped her, and he basically had built a relationship with her because, like I said, like pertaining to somebody like I was mentioning with John Wick, you had this guy and he ain't no hitman. He was pretty much somebody who had been in I think like a lot of wars or whatnot, and he basically just didn't have a lot of family here and there and whatnot. And he was a loner too, but this little girl pretty much gave him some life or whatnot. He had started working with her swimming or whatnot, and he pretty
Hmm.
much just started getting a liking to her. And I mean, protecting her was one thing, but once you start building that relationship with her and having those emotional ties with her, then it started getting different. So in the part where they was at when they in Mexico or something, it was a lot of kidnappers around there, and so she got kidnapped. And you had that whole situation where it's an old movie. You should have done seen Man on Fire. Spoilers. Her daddy was involved because he was broke or something. I guess he was trying to get some money or something, and I guess he thought he was gonna get it doing it like that or something. But anyway, he thought Denzel character thought she was dead, so that's why he went on his rampage.
Hmm.
Shout out Christopher Walken in this movie too. Good cast.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess because it wasn't what I expected based off of the title, and I was just like, what? I was like, what? Why? What is going?
Denzel was on
I,
fire. That nigga was in a rage. That's it.
I mean, the
I
whole
mean, he put
rage
a bomb.
part. It was just the building of the relationship between him and the little girl. I was just like, why? Like that. I don't know.
You mean
Like
what you mean? Why they was building a relationship?
I just had a lot of questions with this movie, and I just feel like it just was like I don't know. It wasn't one of my favorite
I mean,
movies.
he was hired to be a bodyguard. I mean,
Yeah, I
he was
got
like,
that.
and I guess Christopher Walken had brought him in because Christopher Walken was looking at him like, man, one day you're gonna end up shooting yourself because he always was playing with a bullet or whatnot and playing with his gun or whatnot when he was drinking every night or whatnot. And even when, like I said, he built that relationship with her, he stopped drinking. He started like having these certain moments where he was able to think clearly, and that's what she was doing for him. So when they took that for him, which he thought they did, basically when he thought she was dead, that's when he went in that rampage. And his whole thing was he was a good person at killing. He was a good person at death. That was his thing. Like old buddy on a law by the citizen, I guess. You know what I'm saying? He could kill people without being there. But I think he was enjoying it. Because, I mean, it's one scene in particular with Man on Fire where he got a bomb he put up somebody's ass. And he's sitting there just having a full-blown conversation with them, letting them know, like, oh, no, I got somewhere to be. You got to die. You got 15 seconds. And my man sitting there in his boxers on the front of a car. Shout out Denzel Washington, man. He could turn a moment like that into something poetic by just the way he talked and his the way his mannerisms, man. Just him as a
I mean,
actor,
definitely
man.
that movie would not be what it was without him. Period. I'm like, who could they get the he made the movie what it was. And I mean, I appreciate it, but like it just wasn't one of my favorite Denzel movies. Like if somebody like, let's watch a Denzel movie.
It's not
That's
even one of
not
my
what I'm
favorites.
reaching for first.
As far as a movie, just seeing him on his rampage type of vibes, that's what I like. Because Denzel don't have those too many movies like that besides Training Day, this one and American Gangster. You know, he don't be in them type of roles. So when you see him like that, it's like, okay, let's go. This Denzel and his mode.
True.
And like I said, even with like a movie like The Equalizer, this is a movie where he just whooping people ass. Even in them type of movies, this nigga got to have some dialogue where he's saying some shit where you sitting there like, damn, that's some real shit right there. But this is an action movie. This ain't even that type of drama. This ain't even going like that, but it's just Denzel's acting ability. It draws you in like that.
True.
I'm gonna play one scene off of Man in Fire, like I said, just showing you, like I said, the way, and this is a scene in particular where it was her practicing the swim. This scene is not her practicing the swim, but it was a signal he was giving her just in case certain things would have happened in certain situations where it might seem like somebody was trying to kidnap her or she just needed to go. So let's check this out. Man on Fire scene. Denzel Washington was one of them niggas too that had great aim. Even when he shot in the chest.
Right.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. Like I said, I put it on 5 definitely because, like I said, it was a build up to the emotion that ties to that, and it was reasons why he was doing what he was doing. He wasn't just randomly doing what he was doing. They had kidnapped somebody who had gave him a reason to live again, because pretty much he was on a downward spiral. He was drinking. He was pretty much at a point where it felt like he was gonna kill himself, and now he had this little girl in his life, and it was like, oh, you gonna take this from me, or I'm gonna take everything from y'all.
I mean, that's
shout out Denzel and shout out Man on Fire.
I mean, that's what drives the revenge even more is when it's emotional and close to you, you know, versus just like some dumb shit.
I feel like I'm trying to think of them revenge movies that's just random where they just go ahead and start doing what they doing. It's something out there that's probably why I can't mention them because I don't watch them like that. But I said something about The Punisher, and I said I feel like he had already got his get back, and you know what I'm talking about as far as The Punisher.
Yeah, I've seen him.
As far as Frank Castle, his family got killed or whatnot, and when he got the people back, he started going after everybody else, the criminals or whatnot. And I get it, like people who doing mischief or whatnot, but it's like, all right, that ain't no emotional ties to that. It's like you just doing what you're doing now. The emotional ties that you still connected to your family, you still going through that trauma of losing them. That's as far as what he going through.
I mean, at that point, after you done got your revenge, it's just like, why not go murk some criminals? Like, keep the shit going. Vengeance for all. I mean, like I said, like I said about Batman, I see why he don't kill, because that's exactly why. Because once you do it, ain't no coming back.
He want to have a hobby. That's why he don't kill. He's like, well, what am I have to go after if I kill him? It's like, I'm gonna put them in Arkansas so they can break out and like I got something to do. Shit, this should be born. I got all this money. Alpha be sitting here smoking my weed. Shout out to Batman. That's definitely a good one. I should have put him on here as far as revenge movie.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty much all I had as far as my top 5 revenge movies. Like I said, I apologize if we had some lag in the night. I'm gonna check on my what's name, see what's going on. Like I said, we might have had just some people on Wi-Fi. Not people. My kids probably was on Wi-Fi. They was probably doing their thing. They probably had a little bit of distraction. So my bad if we was lagging a little bit. I don't think it was too bad though. But let me know if it's something in the comment section as far as the list I got as far as top 5 revenge movies that y'all feel like I left off. Like I said, I know it's ones out there that's good that I probably left off that I even don't remember or whatnot, but this is the first ones that came to my mind as far as, like I said, emotional ties or whatnot, and wanting to just follow these main characters or anti-heroes, even if we're trying to justify them doing what they doing, even if we might not go out and do it until it happens to us. I'm just saying.
Would you consider Shaft a revenge movie?
The first one with Samuel L. Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
No, he ain't had no emotional ties to that Negro. Besides, he
No,
was a black person. I mean, I get that part, but no, he didn't even know him.
I mean, it was the driving force of the movie.
He was on some punisher shit. John Chow. You know the scene I'm talking about. What's my name? You see this kid walking down the street, you yes. Yo, I hate what they did with that second one, which I didn't watch.
No, I didn't either.
I did not watch it.
What are you talking about? The Revenant? Is that
no, Sam? They did a part
No,
two.
no,
Sam.
no. I was reading Easy Red
okay.
comment. Is that even a revenge movie?
I thought I was looking at the the Revenant. You ain't seen that with Leonardo DiCaprio?
No, I don't like to watch shit when everybody said that movie will make you feel cold.
It will. Shout out to Easy Red, bro. I'm glad you brought that up one. That's a good one. I don't know why I didn't think of that one. That's one of the ones that's I ain't gonna say it's a hard watch, but that's one of the ones I don't go back and watch. You got a bear scene on there with Leonardo DiCaprio. That shit is wild, but it is a good one as far as revenge movies. It's got a real good fighting scene.
Revenge? He get revenge on the bear?
No, he get left in the cold basically by somebody who he traveling with, and he basically like left for dead, and he basically take out somebody else. It's more than just them two individuals. So, but they basically left for dead, and this one individual basically trying to take his ass home. So when he finally gets back up to meet with this individual, it's like all out blood war as far as them fighting head up. It's 1-on-1 fighting head up, and it's greasy, it's brutal, it's vicious, it's blood and guts, ass everywhere.
Hey man, after they done left you in the cold, man, just watching the trailer, I'm just like, bro, I couldn't watch this. It do look like it makes you cold, and you.
It's got a good scene at the beginning, a real good scene. But Leonardo DiCaprio won, I think, his first Oscar for this movie, if that was his first Oscar, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was. That was a long time coming.
You said what?
Yeah, it was his first Oscar, and it was a long time coming.
That damn show was a long time coming. I feel like he should have got. Let me know if y'all feel like Leonardo DiCaprio should have got an Oscar for What's Eating Gilbert Grape. I mean, even with his ass freezing in that water, and she could have got him on halfway aside the boat. I mean, not the boat, but whatever the
headboard.
He gonna slide his ass on there. You talking about feeling cold? Shit.
Right.
That's feeling cold. I'm out there. And I had smoke coming out of my mouth looking at that goddamn movie.
Bruh, people were talking about, do you know that was shot in a heated pool? They was like, why the fuck wouldn't it be? Why would you want your actors to be freezing for real? Like, I mean, I understand authenticity, but bruh, that's stupid. Like, of course it was in a heated pool.
Shout out to James Cameron, because the way he had icicles on their hair and on their mouth, and the way their face looked like it was freezing, and even Rose at the end. I had a sore throat the way she was blowing that goddamn whistle. Shit, don't do it no more. That hurt my throat.
Right. The longest movie I used to watch multiple times. Why? Had nothing else to do.
Yeah, we talking about Titanic. That's a good revenge movie, because the fact that she left Jack in the water like that, I feel like if he had a chance to come back, he definitely would have.
He did. You heard like the theory of Jack actually survived and he came back as Great Gatsby, and Because Leonardo DiCaprio played.
Turn around, we might be headed in the right direction.
Shut the fuck up!
No.
That's the internet. I did not come up with that shit. I'm just repeating what the internet said. I was like, hey,
No.
you want to loosely.
Y'all not gonna mess up my emotional ties to this movie watching him float at the bottom of the water and he's sitting there holding her hand and she had to unfreeze his goddamn wrist. And we've been following these niggas the whole time. He broke on the ship, broke. And he falling for her wrist. And she still got the diamond in her pocket. And she gonna throw it. All right, man. We supposed to be talking about the revenge movies. We done got all off left field. I'm glad. But that's my revenge movie. If I could have made one, God damn it. The Titanic. Jack's back.
Jack's back.
Hey.
The theories about that movie is just crazy. Because you know they say Jack was all in her head. He wasn't a real person. It's so many theories.
If you had a chance before we get off of here to make, or not even to make a revenge movie or be in a revenge movie, what type of revenge movie would it be?
I'm definitely murking people. Definitely murking somebody.
So is you torturing or you straight headshots?
I ain't torturing. No, see, torturing that takes a lot of thought process as far as like biologically how long.
And we're talking about it doing a movie, not personal stuff. Not personal going out here to do this stuff. We're talking about it we doing a movie or acting in a movie.
Talking like this, people be like, "What the like? Are you really sitting around thinking?" No, but like logically speaking, if I'm going to torture somebody, I gotta know some shit to like, Nah, I'm just straight up murking people.
Okay.
Impulse.
It depends on what's happening to me or what happened to individuals around me. I might be torturing some people in the movie, or if I'm the character. Like, I'm talking, if you ain't seen Law Abiding Citizen, the way he do old buddy at the beginning, I'm with that action. That's the action I'm talking about. And I would like to send the DVD to the other people so they can know what type of time I'm on. Yeah.
Yo, that's like on the Punisher when he was pretending to burn that person with the ice. And I was like, bruh, that shit was funny to me.
I want
because
you to
I
feel
was
it.
like, I was like, wait, what? And then I realized,
I like that though. That's a good
it
one.
was
Even
smart.
though that's not the Punisher though. But I feel like if that would have been named a different movie, I would have liked it more. The Punisher, like straightforward, was it like no, he was psychologically fucking with people. Like he was on some Jigsaw type shit. This wasn't Frank Castle. This was Jigsaw. Like he was working with old buddy. Like he was manipulating his girlfriend, his buddy, or whatnot, and doing all of this. I'm like, what the hell? This in Marvel Comics? Wait a minute, let me look this up. Well, Frank Castle. But I was going with it because I wanted him to get back, especially after watching what they did to his family. Like, yeah,
that was so
I definitely was watching with it.
They decimated his whole bloodline. Like that was like not even cool.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you said that because I was thinking about the wife and the son, but they killed his mama, his pops, his cousin, uncles, everybody that was at the family reunion.
They decimated. That's why I was
like, you know, you have to have to go all the way up in the boats to somebody's vacation to do that.
Right.
I might have should have put that on here. You got me on that one. You got me on that one. I had to think about it. I was like, yeah, damn.
Yeah, they was trying to take his whole bloodline out, just every goddamn body. That's some deep shit. Like that's some deep hatred.
The way fact that he didn't even get his hands dirty, he said, I'm gonna make you kill your best friend, stab him, then I'm gonna make you throw your wife on the train tracks. And then I'm gonna save you personally for myself and your son, your other son. Because I already got the other and your other son. That was cold-blooded right there. I like that, though. That's definitely one. I might have to do a little retro on that one. I like that. All right, man. Like I said, this was our top 5 revenge movies. Like I said, let me know some in the comment section that y'all feel like I didn't mention. Shout out to Nadia for mentioning The Punisher. I didn't want to mention that one because I feel like that wasn't sticking to this whole Punisher mythology and the way he do what he do. But I actually like that movie a little bit more, even the way we was just now talking about it, just off the way he was torturing them by making them do certain things that they didn't want to do, and then making him find out he did it. Like, look at this. Yeah, I set you up. I stole your girlfriend earring. You thinking she was cheating? You were doing all this, and yeah,
Man.
but,
Yes. To
number
me, like
one,
that's the
Time to
ultimate
Kill.
revenge. It's just when
It is.
you alleviate it off your hands, and it's like I did what? No, you did all this to yourself.
Yeah, and you
That's
letting them know he did it,
hmm
and then I added on a little extra at the end. My thing is my green screen, but top 5 revenge movies, like I said, Time to Kill, Sicario, John Wick, Kill Bill 1 and 2, and Man on Fire. Like I said, y'all let me know if it's some of the ones that y'all feel like I left out. Once again, shout out to Nadia for coming out here joining me, adding a little bit more extra content as far as me leaving out certain movies that I feel like I should have thought of. And shout out to that Titanic content, man. Y'all should have heard of what we. Hey, I feel like if I can make a revenge Titanic movie, let me know what details I should put in it as far as Jack coming back, because I do want Jack to come back. Or should I do something like Rose got pregnant and when he left, he turned into like some Omen type shit. His son, like we can do all type of shit with this.
They say Jack was simping though.
You said he was what?
They say
He
Jack
was
was simping.
What you mean? My man was broke. She was with a rich dude. All he did was draw her naked, and then he went down and took her to the bottom and made the windows fall. What you mean? What you mean?
I guess because he fell in. No, I'm not saying this. I've heard people say that Jack was simping, and I guess because he actually fell in love with her, and it's like, what? And I guess because like
he was young. What, he younger than her? The nigga was like look like he was about 20, at least 19, going on 22, something. I don't know.
First of all, the whole thing about him not being a real person is stupid because he didn't buy the ticket. So of course his name would not be on the registry of people that was there because he won the ticket at the beginning. Remember, he was gambling. So he really wasn't even supposed to be on the boat.
He had individuals with him that were dying around him that was reacting to him, seeing him in person. The person that was chasing him, her husband, seen both of them. They was going after him. Hey, shout out to Rose must have had some fire. Like, I don't know, because my rich man, he wanted it, even though he had a free ride to get off the boat, he still was coming after it. And Jack was like, "You can go. I'll stay on the boat. Go." I get it though, Jack, because I seen it when the windows were foggy. She was holding him, right? Because he looked like he had like he was holding him. Right? I don't know, man.
Look,
this must be top 5 revenge movies.
Because I go.
All right. I got something I'm working on too. I'm glad I brought that up because I got a verses I'm gonna add on with that as far as Titanic, as far as Uncut His Thought. I'm definitely adding that on to that. But anyway, shout out to Nadia for coming through, joining me. Shout out to Easy Red for joining us in the comment section. Bro must have left because he got tired of us talking about Titanic. I'm just messing with you, Easy. I'm just messing with you, bro. Like I said, though, y'all definitely go check out Easy Red Gaming. He got some good content over there. Definitely go check out Perk Minded channel. He got some good content over there. He just recently did Attack on Titans. Definitely go check me out. I just recently did the new Power review as far as Power Book 2 goes. I'm telling the deal, she need to hop on there. I'm telling you, it's that good soap opera stuff. We got some good soaps on there. But that's a good revenge show. I might do a top 5 revenge TV show. But anyway, once again, shout out to anybody that was checking us out on the live. And I apologize again if we had a little bit of lagging here and there. Like I said, I'm going to see what's going on, make sure they don't happen again. Once again, leave a like. Hit that like button, leave a comment. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. This is the road to 400 subs. And if you watch me on Twitch, make sure you follow me. If you're not following me, shout out to anybody who's watching us on the Facebook group. Make sure you leave a comment. We out.
Hey.